And now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Alan Shoemaker.
Yesterday, I was telling you I should make a fun fact about some of the weekend stretches we've been on with nice weekends around here. So here we go. Came up with a little something for you. Weekends in McAllen. I picked McAllen just because I had to pick one. I couldn't sit there and look at every city. So not discriminating against anyone else in the valley, but pretty consistent most everywhere. So in McAllen, since starting in the beginning of October, we've only had measurable rain one day on the weekend on Saturdays or Sundays. Had a couple days with a trace, but 0.17, that was the morning, I think, of December 21st. That's the only day we've had measurable rainfall on the weekend since the beginning of October all the way up through now. And highs have been in the 70s and 80s. 17 out of 26 of those weekend days, so pretty comfortable most weekends. We're a couple days in the 90s back, I think mainly in October, and we had one little cool stretch where it stayed in the 60s. But generally, most weekends have been running pretty well here lately, so this should be another good one coming up this Saturday and Sunday. Should be mainly in the 70s for highs and the humidity lower as well. Cooler today than yesterday by a little bit. Some sun breaking through now as the high clouds are kind of on their way out, and some clouds may start to return tomorrow. It may not be all clouds all day, but I think they will be thicker than today. And by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, though, could be I think I spelled winds wrong. Gusty windids. Gusty winds. The winds blew the letters out of order. That's what happened. But Thursday and Friday, could see wind gusts maybe as high as 40, maybe 45 miles per hour. I wouldn't be surprised. The models are showing some really strong winds coming up from the south. So those days, Thursday and Friday, watch out because it could be quite windy. We may even have wind advisories in some areas. Near 70 degrees right now, 70 in Harlingen, 67 in Edinburgh, and 67 along the coast at South Padre Island. Highs today should be about the same temperature about what we have right now, plus or minus a degree from what it is. Basically, we're probably in the low 70s most of this afternoon with mostly sunny skies. The wind flows coming in more from the north and northeast behind a cold front that moved through this morning around exited the valley by about 6 or 7 in the morning. But the wind's not really strong now. Wind speeds sustained at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, a few higher gusts in there. But the wind flow coming in from the north and the speeds, as you look at it here this afternoon, the winds die off more by this evening. I think tonight looks like a very calm night, very light or very little winds overnight. And then tomorrow, a light breeze maybe around the afternoon, but maybe not quite as much as a day, but should be enough to stir the air up a bit. Now, as we get into Thursday, though, wind speeds get stronger. This model often kind of underdoes some of the really strong wind days, but you get the idea when you look at this. At 1 p.m., you see a lot of numbers in the 20s. This will probably be sustained in 20-something and then higher gusts than that, especially in the mid and lower valleys. The strong winds come blowing from the south. So beginning Thursday afternoon and maybe reappearing again later Thursday night or Friday, it could be some strong wind gusts across the valley. So like I said, be on the lookout for that. High clouds are across the valley now, but thinning out, almost totally gone, and no rain this afternoon. Future track shows sunshine kind of taking over, a few high clouds left, but turning into a mainly clear late afternoon and evening. And then by tomorrow, though, as some moisture starts to build up from the south, it may start to cloud over by afternoon. We may start off with sun in the morning, but kind of get cloudier by the midday and afternoon hours, but should stay dry tomorrow. Some of the models said there might be enough moisture for a sprinkle, but again, it looks like very little, if anything. By the time we get to Thursday, though, getting windy and kind of partly to mostly sunny, and that should really warm temperatures up. We could be seeing high temperatures back above 80 for a couple days, Thursday and Friday. But the First Warn 5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, 71 today, kind of breezy, 72 tomorrow, 80 on Thursday, and 84 on Friday. That's getting pretty warm and maybe a little more humid. But again, the big story will be the winds. Thursday and Friday could be quite windy, even kind of windy on Saturday. It may not be as windy as those 2 days on Thursday and Friday, but behind the cold front, there's a cold front coming through late Friday night with a small chance for a couple showers. There will be some bigger storms north of the valley, though, up in central and eastern Texas. We'll track for you later. But behind the front, a nice weekend, a little windy on Saturday, but clearing out with cooler temperatures and cooler nights once again. We'll keep tracking these changes in your First Warn 5 forecast coming up on Channel 5 News at noon.